Good morning, everybody, and thank you, Derek, for that warm welcome. Thanks also to MediaTel for putting on what promises to be a really excellent and stimulating discussion about the future of brands. And, of course, from very many different perspectives. This is now the third year that Ebiquity is proudly partnered with MediaTel to bring thought leadership to the market on this subject. And we're delighted to see so many people here today, and I know that there are more coming in all the time, so welcome. As Derek said, I'm Debbie Morrison, and I'm the Managing Director of Global Partnerships and Events at Ebiquity. I've been in this particular role for just over a year now, having previously worked with many, many brands during my 30-year tenure at ISBA. I'm sure you'll all know ISBA, the Advertisers Trade Association. And some of the things I've noticed in my new year are, interestingly, that despite the very different commercial imperatives of a membership organization and Ebiquity as a consultancy, I've actually noticed far more parallels and similarities than differences in my two roles and in the two organizations in the past 14 months. I'm still advising brand owners on how best to navigate the very real complexities of the modern media and marketing ecosystem. And as at ISBA, my job at Ebiquity is all about building relationships, so important, sharing insights, even more important, and strengthening those bonds between communities of clients. 2020, what can we say about it? Gosh, it truly is an awe-inspiring time to be working in marketing. It's a time that's part daunting. Sorry, I'm really bad at doing this. It's a time that's part daunting because, you know, dare I say it, not only due to Britain formally leaving the European Union last week, but also many people find it daunting because of the sheer complexity and the number of moving parts brand custodians need to bear in mind as they develop and execute their business plans. And yet, it's a time that's part inspiring too, because of the impact that brands can actually have when they get it right. As well, of course, as the renewed focus on purpose and the role that companies and brands can play in society today. Ours is an era in which change is constant and innovation is all around. Our clients' experiences in navigating the complexities of the modern marketing world have shown us that the rate of change is not going to slow anytime soon. In fact, it's accelerating, and the problems become, shall I say, more wicked by the day. The challenges brands face in making their marketing investments work hard for them in an ecosystem characterized by constant flux, they grow by the day, by the week, by the month, maybe by the moment, actually. And just when you think you've mastered one domain, be it transparency, brand safety, or viewability, another new issue like privacy, say, or trust, or cross-media measurement pops up. And for many, it can feel like a never-ending game of whack-a-mole. The issues that brands face as they look even to the short-term future are immense. At this event last year, we published a groundbreaking new research study on the future of TV and what it means for brands. Our TV at the Tipping Point report gained coverage among key audience Our TV at the Tipping Point report showed that the decline in reach and coverage amongst key audience segments could mean that TV, one of our staple tools, soon loses its top spot for driving profitability at scale. As we build more diverse repertoires of viewing habits on subscription, video on demand, YouTube, Facebook, and broadcast of VOD, catch-up and box set services, advertisers are faced with a paradox. Smaller TV audiences are becoming progressively more expensive, so brands are having to face the reality of being able to achieve less with more. TV at the Tipping Point started numerous conversations and debates, some in this room, with our clients, in the media. And some people accused us of really running amok with a ruler and exaggerating the speed with which TV is losing its ROI advantage. As my colleagues Christian Polman, Andrew Chalier, and Martin Radford will show in sessions later this morning, even our worst case predictions about shrinking TV audiences turned out to be conservative. So bear that in mind as you're thinking through the day. Viewers across all demographics are deserting linear TV faster than we had predicted, some of them much faster. This means it's more important than ever for brands to mind the gap and close the coverage gap that shrinking TV audiences are creating. We've also done some new work over the past year to continue our investigation into this and to really our quest to understand better what's happening. And Christian, Andrew, and Martin will provide a top-line summary of our latest findings just before lunch. Ebiquity's role in helping brands to navigate the present and future of marketing efficiency and effectiveness is not just about pointing out problems and challenges. It's much more about enabling brands to navigate the issues that threaten to disrupt their ability to reach their customers. And it's about empowering them to optimize the return on investment they can secure from their hard-won, fiercely protected marketing budgets. Running brands today and tomorrow isn't easy. It's a challenge, but it isn't impossible. All of the speakers so carefully chosen and set to speak today are proof of that, coming as they do from very different sectors and perspectives in the industry, from influencer marketing to in-housing, from meaningful cross-media measurement to econometrics, from inclusivity to social entrepreneurship and brand purpose. The range of subjects is actually quite dizzying in its breadth, but it's also incredibly exciting as we look out to the year ahead. All of us here today can take active steps to build and shape the future of our own brands. At the start of the year, we at Ebiquity announced the acquisition of a new organization, Digital Decisions, a digital media monitoring and optimization service. The arrival of Digital Decisions in the Ebiquity family is really exciting for us and for our clients. Their core offer, known as source data monitoring, is highly complementary with our established media practice and enhances the services that we can offer our global client base. In addition to our existing in-depth services, we can now help global advertisers monitor and optimize digital media spend on an ongoing basis, while at the same time improving transparency and accountability. And we can do this right across the digital media supply chain, across multiple geographies and buying platforms. The acquisition of Digital Decisions is a good example of how we at Ebiquity are evolving our offer to meet and anticipate clients' needs. Looking more broadly, today's conference gives us all the opportunity to listen and think and talk about where we're all taking our businesses in the months and years ahead. None of us should underestimate the scale of the challenges that we all face. We need to be realistic about what living with constant change is like, but equally, none of us should feel overwhelmed by what's ahead. We need to be pragmatic about what we need to do, what we can do ourselves, and where we need help from expert partners. Change is inevitable, but with sufficient planning and interrogation, change is the key to progress and innovation. And in this case, successful and impactful marketing for progressive brands. I'm really looking forward to all of today's contributions. On behalf of all my colleagues at Ebiquity, I just wanted to underline our commitment to this event and our commitment to helping brands navigate a less choppy, more considered path towards the future, in spite of the unstoppable pace of change in the marketplace. Thanks again to Derek and MediaTel team for the platform, and thank you for your attention, participation, and consideration. And now I'd like to hand over to Daniel, who just happens to be the CEO of Interbrand's New York operation and one of my oldest friends. I think we grew up together as next-door neighbors. And I think, from an Interbrand perspective, there can be no better company to give us a view on what's happening in today's brands. So thank you very much and enjoy.